Testing, testing, la 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 la. Yeah, my God. It was cute. It all worked out, as you saw. So, get comfy in my chair. I have all my tools out in front of me, which is really nice. I'm glad to have this. So, today I will, as you saw in part one, I talked a little bit about what this video is going to be about, and it's essentially getting ready for the Gods and Monsters cover video that I'll be recording later tonight. I'm kind of doing some more stuff in between that, so it's not going to come out right away. Probably tonight or tomorrow. But I figured I would talk and tell you all about this this scary, spooky thing that happened yesterday at a party. Not at the party, but the twos and froms from the party. And then also getting ready for the Gods and Monsters song. And it'll be a simple beat. I'm not going to do any drag. I got hiccups. I'm not going to be doing any drag looks. I mean, I guess you could consider this drag because I do give the female fantasy. But I also, outside of drag, or in drag, I don't want to always have... I don't want my ultimate goal to be always looking like a woman. I think that's very archaic. I think that the future of drag is very non-binary and queer and not so much focused on that aspect. But let's get into it. Cool. Okay, so I moved my candle in front just because I'm scared of burning my hair. We don't want that, so let me get comfy. So I guess I'll start off with how the night was gonna go down. So I'll start just like beating my face. Let me readjust. I'm wearing this really cute lace G-string that I got from Male Power. Obsessed. G-strings are really where it's at because they're comfortable. They let my package like relax. And I feel sexy. And also for someone who wears more like feminine clothes sometimes, I feel like it's very nice to not have like bulky briefs or boxers or boxer briefs even like showing through the very thin fabrics that female clothes usually come with. So I'm going to start with the priming actually. So essentially my friend Felix, a really good friend, really beautiful drag artist, really amazing Aquarius. He's a good friend. We've known each other for a bit now. So her name's Brenda Buttons, if you know her. But so she invited me to. Oh, and Felix, like I'll use he, I'll also use she. We really don't care in this queer household. But so Brenda, Felix, invites me to his housemate and good friend Daniel's birthday. He's an iconic Libra. And I was like, I'd love to come. So I had work that day at the cafe from 1 to 8:30. So I got off at 8:30. And, you know, it was a cool shift, whatever, work. And then I look at the bus times, and I'm coming from the Mission in San Francisco, which is like the center of San Francisco, going over to Bayshore, where they live. And it was really chill because I was like, you know what, let's see how I can get there. I had longboarded to work, and I was figuring like, well, let's see how long this bus is going to take, because if it's going to take a long time, I might as well just skate there. And sure enough, it was going to take a long time. It was going to take 38 minutes to take Muni, and it would have taken me... I take the bike route, so good tip to skaters is that if you are a skater, and because there's no like skating routes obviously, but if you're a skater, I use my longboard, but the bike routes in San Francisco are on Google Maps, so you can definitely put that in, and it essentially was 28 minutes to get to Felix's house, and you know, as opposed to the 38 minutes for the bus. I also had to stop by Walgreens because it was a potluck type dinner, and I had just found out that day, honestly, so I was like, okay, well, I only have $10, 10 spendable dollars, the rest I'm saving. And then I was like, okay, well, I can bring snacks. So I'm skating down Valencia, down Cesar Chavez, stop on the Walgreens by Cesar Chavez to get some chips, some Sprite, as we Latinos call it, and skated over to his place. Now, here's the first scary part that happened. So, underneath Cesar Chavez, there's this like little dark ass like little walkway. Now, I'm proud of myself actually. Skaters, listen to this. There's this little ramp, and so it's like you can't really even see, but I'm skating, and then this like I can see like the little hole that I'm expected to like skate down. Super quick seat, but then it flattens out, and I did that without like it was an Aries full moon, so I was feeling pretty fearless. I was like, I can do it. So then I did it, and I did it. But then here's the scary part: as I'm going across the bridge, and I noticed there's like a little street where cars from the freeway can come onto. But besides that, it's completely dark, and there's this group of men just underneath the bridge. It's completely dark, probably like a couple lights from like nearby buildings and the freeway. But it was completely dark, and I was like, holy fuck. And keep in mind, I was in so if y'all saw the Libra season tribute, that white shirt, I was wearing that with high-waisted pants, and I was like, my femme ass is going to get murdered here. Like, I'm going to get murdered. And but I was like, you know what? You know how to fight. You know how to protect yourself. No one is gonna try you tonight. So I got my longboard because I was skating. I picked it up, walked right through all of them. Now there were these two drunk men that like started fighting. The good thing is though there were like two women in the group, and I just like locked eyes with them, and I was like, just making my way, no trouble. And I just walked through and nothing happened. But that was terrifying. Then I skated the rest of the way. Bruh, skating in Bayshore was so. I'm not even like scared. It was just so exhausting. Like It's not even flat. It's like flat, kind of uphill more. So I'm skating uphill practically the entire time. And then there was this quick little downhill, and the downhill turn. I'm getting better with like going downhill, which I'm proud of because I've been skating for like a month and a half, 2 months. I used to skate before, but then my longboard got stolen, so I was like, okay, never mind. But so I'm skating down this little steep hill, then it goes up this really steep hill off Thornhill, I remember. But the good thing is, like, I skated up the steep hill, and then as it slowed down, I got off, jumped off, and caught it. Then walked up the rest of the hill. Then I skated down to Felix's house. I get to the party. It's nothing but loving people, loving SF citizens, loving people that I met like 2 minutes in, and we were already having conversations that, I was just living for. Lovely time with Daniel. Happy birthday again, Daniel, if you are watching this. My Libra King. And then I was a little drunk when I skated home, but I skated home, and it was the same scary part with the bridge back, but the thing is this time I was feeling so fearless that I literally, and there was no one on the highway, I literally skated on the highway. Like there was this really steep hill that took me right back up to Cesar Chavez, and then I just skated back up to through South Van Ness. Because I know that South Van Ness is it goes directly to my space. So, oh wait, I completely skipped the other scary part. So, after I got off, after I skated, so the party's over, I'm skating home. This was the scary part. This is the part that I was like, holy shit, this is some male privilege, dead ass. So, I'm skating in Bayshore. On the way back, it was a different route that it had originally taken me. However, I'm going through this industrial, like, warehouse space. And I'm skating, femme, cutie, whatever, skating. Really cute, really queer. Really love that for me. And, all of a sudden, like, I passed this car and I noticed there was a guy in it, but I'm like, whatever, just keep skating. He's probably security, like, something. And so I'm skating. And then I noticed that like his car turns on, and I hear that from like behind me. I'm still skating, you know. I'm really going because I'm like I need to get out of this area. Cause like this is like the area where people get their bodies like picked up, snatched, killed, dropped off. Like all of that happens in this area. Like industrial warehouses, I just don't trust it. So then he's driving behind me. He's driving really slow. And I was like, I'm gonna get murdered. And luckily I didn't because what happened was actually kind of funny, also like terrifying. But he's driving slowly and I'm skating. And then I get to a point where it's like a little bumpy. So like I started really focusing on the concrete because it's like a warehouse industry area, like or industrial area. So it wasn't like super paved well. And so I start focusing on the ground. He drives up to the left of me and is like looking me up and down. He's this like chubby Latino man, you know. I usually like me being a brown boy, I like love my brown men. Die, ride or die. But literally he was being creepy and I was like, "Can I help you?" And I think once he heard my voice, he like sped off because he was like, "Oh," and then he like sped off. But like imagine if you are out here in the month of October, late at night, be with a friend. Honestly, I should have been. This was a learning opportunity because I should have been smarter and like lifted home or like skated somewhere with more light. But like that one was really a close call. Luckily, like my male privilege kind of protects me from really gross men because they want to fuck and rape a vagina, not my stinky drunk butthole. So regardless, be safe. And that is my spooky Halloween party time. And I say all of this because I want y'all to be safe. Like obviously my ass was not thinking this way. But I mean, granted I also know how to defend myself. Granted I'm also getting like knives and blades to protect myself. So in the future, like because I was fearless, like my drunk ass was fearless getting on that longboard and just like skating home. Because I'm like, I know this city, like even if my GPS was to shut down, I know the main streets. I also know that I can hop on like any bus and it'll pick me up and take me home. Um, so I was very much like, fuck with me. Turns out someone was trying to fuck with me and I could have gotten murdered. So yeah, definitely be safe out there, girls and gays and non-binary theys. But but still enjoy yourself. Like I'm not gonna let fear stop me from living a beautiful life full of wonderful moments with all those cute queer individuals that I met at Daniel's party. And yeah, I honestly love this look that I just created. It's like very peachy. Okay. But yeah, definitely be safe because we don't know what these fuckers are thinking. We don't know what their intentions are. And honestly, given his way, I would have been like dead at the side of the road. And I don't mean to be somber and like I know that this is a reality that my trans brothers and sisters face on a daily basis, but it's also like these things need to be talked about. Queers need to know that there are people out here with murderous and evil intentions, especially around this time where energies are all people can justify their shitty behavior and lie to themselves. But that doesn't mean that your life should be the price. So be safe out here. Protect one another. Be unapologetically yourself. And just remember that you're stronger than you think and you can do more than you ever thought possible. You just have to go out there and do it. Ooh, okay. You know what I'm going to do? Finish it off with this cute highlighter. So yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. It really was spooky and scary in a real, like, life endangering way. So let's stay safe out there. Let's not try and get murdered. Especially with this administration that would just like love to put our name as another bulletin for another murder. So be safe, protect one another. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but I gotta. This is a really cute look. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's see. Okay. This is really cute for the gods and monsters because they kind of look like a mix of both. Then I'll finish it off with some lipstick. I don't want to do mascara because, to be honest, TBH, I'll do some lip gloss. Mascara, I have really long, natural, beautiful lashes. And I'm just, even with lashes, I'm just scared of ripping off the beautiful lashes and the beautiful natural things that I have. Because I just don't ever want to get to the point where I need to put on lashes as a necessity because I ripped out all of my natural ones. No shade. But makeup for me, as I've learned it in my experience, you should always love yourself fully and unconditionally without makeup, natural as you are. And the benefit to that is if you love yourself unconditionally without makeup, when you're in makeup, you just feel like a powerful ass bitch. And you are, regardless of whether you feel that way or not. But it's always important that you, that you, really just know what you're doing and who you're doing it for. And if that isn't for yourself first and foremost, then you have a problem. Anyways, that was my spooky get ready with me video. You will see this makeup look again in the Gods and Monsters cover by Lana Del Rey. I hope you have a great night. I hope you listened to this video and really got the necessary messages out of it. And I hope you are safe. If you are not safe, I hope you are working to a spot where you can be safe and prosper and thrive and grow. Because everyone deserves that and everyone needs that to have a full life.